And then and then if I go to jail, you still ain't gonna get paid anything.
How dare you? Okay, I'll just issue the warrant today then. We're bringing in position 3, Lundy and Howard.
We sent a FIW out, but there was no response. And I think the reason is that he and his wife are the owners of E&E Howard Trucking. So,
Oh, okay. All right. So this is a new case. All right. So Mr. Howard, you're under an order to pay $376 per month with a 49 repay. So that's a little over $400. Mom has not received any payments according to our record since 2021, which would be an absolute basis to issue a warrant for your arrest today. But I'm going to give you an opportunity to get on track because I don't understand unless there were some side payments made. I'm not clear of what's going on. And I need to make sure, Miss Lundy, do you live in DeKalb County with your minor child or children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And is it accurate that you have not received any payments since 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Okay. They have hit in their businesses. That's why he just will not pay.
All right. Well, it took you a long time to get here, but we're here. All right, Mr. Howard, you can unmute, sir. You are under an order to pay, and I cannot give you much leeway at all. You either have to step up and start paying, or I'm just going to go ahead and issue the criminal warrant for your arrest. $376 plus your repay is $49. It's $425 per month. You also have a past due amount of $13,634. What's the status of this driver's license, Miss Carson?
it looks like they suspended it in 2022.
All right, sir. So you have a suspended driver's license. You're not supposed to be driving. If you do have a business, you have to reinstate your license. And in order to do that, you'll need to get with child support. You either need to pay 10 to 20% of the past due amount, or get an actual job that takes the money directly out of your paycheck. However, in this case, it seems like you and your wife have your own business, which is fine, but you need to start paying your child support. So with that being said, I'm going to ask you to unmute, and Mr. Howard, I'll hear from you. Go ahead, please.
The business didn't do good, so I have to get a job. The business shut down, so I'm looking for a job.
Okay, since 2021, you haven't paid
Yep.
anything.
I've been looking.
Okay, so how have you been
I've been struggling.
How have you been supporting yourself since 2021?
My wife.
All right. Well, let me see. Hold on one second. Let me check something here. So you have 2 children with Miss Lundy, and literally for the past 3 years. Okay, so I don't have a choice in this matter, Mr. Howard. I have to issue a warrant if that's what you want me to do, or I'll give you 60 days to step up and go find some employment and start paying the child support, or I just have to issue the warrant because it's been 3 years.
Okay,
Hold on, Miss Lundy. I have to move forward. I can't go backwards because it was just brought before our court. But with the amount of $425, that requires you to pay $212.50 every 2 weeks, or $425 a month. And if you hurry up and get on track, then I don't have to issue the warrant. But 3 years, no support. If I don't see a turnaround in the next 60 to 90 days, I have to issue the warrant. So what's your plan of action going to be, Mr. Howard?
Just to find a job.
Okay, well, why didn't you do that before now?
Man, I'm almost 60 years old. I can't really just get out there. There ain't nobody hiring no 60 years old.
Okay, well, CDL people are drivers.
I don't drive. I don't have a license. So, I mean, I don't even try to participate in that because I don't have a license.
So what if you, so what you can do is just try to find let's see. I know you probably can't do warehouse jobs, or I don't know what
yes, ma'am, I'm listening.
I'm just trying to figure out where I can refer you to help. What we can do, we'll go ahead and send you to the Fatherhood program, Mr. Howard. What the Fatherhood program is going to do is take your age into consideration, your physical ability, see if they can help you, see if they can try to find something that you can do. They're really effective. They do take time. Takes about, but you've got to go to the meetings. You've got to participate. I won't issue the warrant. They'll try to find you a part-time to full-time job, and then you'll start. It'll work. It just takes about 60 to 90 days to get it going, but you can't just keep, you can't keep that narrative going. You've got to step up. I understand you're 60, but you got young children, and you both should have thought about that 15 years ago or 14 years ago when you were maybe in your 40s, but now you're in your 60s and you got to step up and take care of those babies. So With that being said, we'll refer you to the Fatherhood program. That'll help you get your license reinstated.
Okay.
And they'll help you find employment. And so, Miss Lundy, bless your soul, you've been going 3 years without it, but you got to give me a chance now that it's in my court. I've got to do what I need to do to get it stepped up. Now, we can all, if you believe, Miss Lundy, that he actually does have a business with his wife and he does have the income, you can file a contempt. I can't take, that's not a criminal court. I can't take your word over his. It's different. So, Mr. Howard, do you have any ability to start at least trying to pay like $50 a week temporarily just to try to get something so I don't have to issue a warrant?
I would have to get with my wife on that.
Okay, well, get with your wife. They take credit cards. If you guys can try to start paying $50, do you know how to pay through child support?
No, ma'am, I don't.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just take a moment and put you in a breakout room with the attorney. She's going to give you, we're going to register you for the Fatherhood program to get you registered for the program. You're
Okay.
also, I want you to try to pay $50 a week if possible. Try to go cut somebody's lawn, do what you have to do.
Okay.
Try to bring in $50 a week temporarily. And then
Okay.
once we get you in the Fatherhood program, they're going to look at your age and everything that's being done, and they're going to do it. Now, Miss Lundy, I can see that you're upset. And however, what I'm going to ask you to do is all the proof that you may have that he actually has a viable trucking company, that has to be done in the civil court. So I'm going to encourage Ms. Carson to file a civil contempt. Understand, you've gone 3 years without support and you're just bringing it to our court. So we're not a quick fix, but there are avenues available to you where you can see if a judge that issued the child support order thinks that he does have the money, and you can offer your proof at that case. I can hear, but when a person says, no, the business failed, unless you have unequivocal proof that it didn't fail, which is kind of hard to prove, but I'll hear from you before we put Mr. Howard in the breakout room. Go ahead, Miss Lundy. What would you like to offer to me?
He is lying. My kids have been to the business. He is working on the trucks. I even have the address to the business. He is working. He just working under the table without getting paid for it. Or the wife paying him cash. They've been hiding this business for so long. I had to find it. Child support has been trying to find him for so long. And now when I come in and try to find it, I found him. He has a business. They have more than one. I done been to the child support office and talked to the lady. She had to go through.
Okay, well, listen. Okay, so let me.
He's not going to do the Fatherhood program. He's not going to do it.
Okay, well, I'll just issue a warrant for his arrest and he'll just go to jail. I mean, I'm only going to give you 60 days.
And then if I go to jail, you still ain't gonna get paid anything.
How dare you? Okay, I'll just issue the warrant today then. How dare you? Oh wait, no, you don't. I told you in the beginning. Stop talking, Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard, if you don't stop talking, you're being inappropriate. You're not supposed to just lash out and say anything. This woman has not received child support in 3 years. And you will have the audacity in court to be disrespectful to her? I'm not, you're muted. I'm not hearing anything you say. Stop talking, please. All right. Now you're 60 years old and you know better. You're a grown man and you know you have 3 children, there's 2 children you need to support and you're not supporting. Do I believe her that it's likely that you and your wife have a business and have money and you just benefiting from it? Absolutely. It's a possibility that that's happening. Unfortunately, I can't prove that. But what I can do is if I issue a warrant for your arrest, you will actually have to turn yourself in and you will be on probation and they will make you pay the money directly to the probation department until your children turns 18. So let me just share with you, that's your choice. You have the right to decide how it's going to be. You know, I didn't fall off a turnip truck. People have money, whether it's your wife's money, I don't care. It needs to be paid. We're going to start. Just bear with me, Miss Lundy. We're going to start with $50 a week. And then I'm going to see I'm going to put it back on next week, see if next month, see if you're paying that. I'm going to see if you enrolled in the Fatherhood program, check the status of the case, and then we're going to get it to where you're paying the full child support. And if you need employment, then we're going to get you some employment, but you're going to have to work. I understand you're 60, but that's not an excuse not to provide the support for your children. If you were disabled, if you've worked your whole life, your children could get a disability check. But you going after Miss Lundy, you know, with your snide remark you just made isn't helpful because those are your kids. So anyway, with that being said, let me.
Your Honor, I just looked on the web just out of interest, and there is an E&E Howard truck repair. Looks like it's totally in existence.
There is or isn't?
There is. That's what we had listed as his business before. E&E stands for, I think, him and his wife's initials. Truck repairs, a truck and trailer repair company, provides truckers with quality, affordable prices. I don't know anything more about it, but I just looked it up just out of curiosity.
Okay, give me the name of, send it to me. But again, I'm going to be in a brief recess. Let me look at what I can find. Hold on 1 second.
E, and then the ampersand E, Howard Truck Repair. It says LLC. I didn't look on the Secretary's of State's website.
Okay. All right, hold on 1 second for me briefly. All right. It looks like a very professional business. Looks like there is a business. I do find mom to be credible. I am not going to, at this point, Mr. Howard, I believe you guys do have a business and you and your wife may be complicit in some way. I'm not accusing you guys of anything, but you do have the ability to pay child support and you guys are just hiding. It's a whole business with a professional website. Unbelievable. So anyway, $100 per week starting next week in child support. If it's not paid, then I'll just decide to issue the warrant. I think you guys can pay it, and up to your wife. Well, I hope your wife's sitting by you, because if not, I'll just issue the warrant. You'll just go to jail. So $100 a week starting next week is what I'm expecting, sir. We'll see you back next month if the payments aren't made at $100 per week every Friday. I'm expecting you to pay $100 to avoid issuing a warrant for your arrest. And if it's not paid, then I'll just go ahead and issue the warrant. I believe you do have a trucking company and you're putting it in your wife's name, and that's all fine and dandy, but you got it and you're able to pay, and you guys have a business. So you're working for your wife and you're probably the mechanic. So $100 per week starting next week, and then 9/20 shall make payments. And let me look at this case again to see what it's supposed to be. Or warrant shall issue. A warrant shall issue, and we're resetting it to next month, I'm sorry, to see the status of the case. And let me see, why did I just do that? What I just did. Hold on 1 second. The children, and his order is for, let me get that back up. $376. Yeah, $425. All right, I think you can pay it. If not, we'll just issue the warrant and you could decide how to handle it with the criminal court. We'll see you guys on the 8th of November. I'm expecting you to pay the $100 per week starting next week. I'll review it, sir, and if you're making your payments good, we'll still send you the Fatherhood program if you claim that, at least get your license back, and you can drive and fix the trucks. So we'll see you guys on November 8th. $100 per week is what I'm looking for, Mr. Howard. And if the payments aren't made, I'm just going to go ahead and issue the warrant. Okay. Now the warrant, because you said your comment was, oh, I'll be in jail. No, you're not going to be in jail. You'll just be on probation until your children turn 18. The youngest one turns 18. What'll happen is I'll issue the arrest warrant. I think you're in Houston County or something. They'll go ahead and pick you up in Houston. They'll hold you in Houston and they'll bring you to DeKalb County, which is going to be about a week in jail. And then they're going to hold you in DeKalb County jail until you can go to court. And then that's going to be another week. So it's your choice and your wife's choice. If that's what you guys want to go through, more power to you. But I believe you have the ability to pay, and it's been over 3 years. And I believe it's been an evasion of not making payments intentionally. So we'll see you guys. And I hope you make the decision to make $100 per week, Mr. Howard. We'll see you guys on November 8th. And that, I believe that's October. I'm sorry. I want to reset this one next month to make sure he started making the payments. That'll be reset to October 11th. So we'll see you then, and expecting the payments to be paid every Friday for $100 per week until we come back to court. We'll go ahead and put you in the Fatherhood program, even though I don't think you need it, just to get your license reinstated. So that way you can pay your child support the way you're supposed to pay it. And we can also reinstate your license. But being in custody for 2 weeks, I don't think you want that, Mr. Howard. So hope you guys make the right decision, and you guys are both excused. We'll see you on October 11th. All right. You're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye. Let me put docket notes in that one. Terrible.